Today we're gonna cover the graphic setting for Sprite 8.0. I'm really making this video as short as possible for you guys. I hope you will enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let's go straight to the video, guys. Okay guys, the first setting is the render setting. Make sure you select Direct 11 and not Direct 12, because Direct 11 can boost your frames quite a bit, and Direct 12 for some reason is just less optimized, and it's not good. You can experience some weird artifacts and stuff like that. I personally tested both settings, and I recommend Direct 11, guys. Next setting is scope image clarity. So definitely make sure you have clarity in scopes. I won't show you the difference between AA, but on the right, with the right setting, guys, the everything is basically more blurry on the screen. So make sure you select the left setting. It deletes the anti-aliasing from the scope and gives you better clarity in scope. Next resolution, next setting, guys, is the resolution scale. Make sure it's on 100. Scope, update rate, FPS, it's really preference, guys, but I would suggest you going either 60 if you really struggle with your FPS in the game, so you can get some extra FPS, or just put it to unlimited most likely. Next setting is the enable AA, so basically that's anti-aliasing setting. I personally tested both, and as you can see on my screen right now, the graphics looks very nice with the setting off. Everything is super sharp, and it's not over sharp, it just looks nice in my opinion. I can tell you that you have small performance boost with this setting, not huge, like 3-4 FPS, expect that boost, but it basically looks better in my personal opinion. If you guys don't like this setting, make sure you set it on and set it to low and times 4. It will delete like the sharp edges, and with the low and times 4, it still looks fine. You just lose a tiny bit FPS, but that's okay if you don't like the look how the game looks with AA on off. Next setting is dynamic mesh quality. There's not really much to talk about this setting. It's basically high advanced animations from different distances. So low is basically short distance, and of course the higher we go, it renders from a higher distance. And make sure you set it to low. I literally not recommend anybody to setting this to high or ultra. It doesn't really make any difference in visual, but it can boost your performance by few extra FPS, guys. Next setting is the low quality environment. This setting, do not touch this. It's for really bad PCs, and I would suggest avoiding it for all price. Oh, I miss also setting the upscale method. Of course, if you guys have the NVIDIA graphics card, make sure you use DLSS if you have bad performance, but I'm talking about less than 60 frames stable. And of course it will boost your FPS, and for AMD users, I would suggest FSR2, it will work good for you. Next setting is the material quality. This setting works also with the texture quality, so however you set up your texture quality, make sure you set same your material quality, because it can like change how the game looks, and you just wanna keep it the same on both settings. From my personal experience, the medium gives you best visual quality for best performance. I tested high settings. Really, guys, in my personal opinion, there is not much difference, and believe me or not, with the medium setting as well, the game does load faster, way faster actually, so I think that's useful. Anisotropic filtering times 8, of course, when you're running on medium. When you run on high, go times 16, guys. Uncap texture pool size, again, avoid that for the for anything. Like, you don't want to have this setting on, guys. I'm not gonna talk about this, it just makes your game looks like shit, so do not touch that setting. Okay, shadow quality, that's very important setting actually. You can lose a lot of FPS on that. When you put it to high/ultra, you will lose over 10 frames when I was testing, so definitely don't set it on high or ultra. You guys should see on the screen comparison with low setting and medium setting. I play most of my time on low setting. Now I switch to medium, because if you can look, the shadows does look very sharp and very nice, guys. Like you can see it on my screen right now. I do enjoy how they look, so I'm sure you will as well. You need to keep in mind that if you're really running budget PC and you don't wanna lose performance, you wanna save even 3, 4, sometimes 5 FPS with this setting, then definitely go to low, guys. Okay, next setting is ambient occlusion. I want to do compression here, but it basically changes your brightness of shadows in some areas. Make sure you set it to low. There's literally almost no difference, and in some scenarios you can lose few FPS, but that's not a big difference. But there's not many difference, so just set it on low. Screen spray AO, I did not test it out, just keep it on off. You might play with that setting honestly if you want to figure out how it works, but I don't see any difference with this, so yep. Next setting is the particle quality. This might be most controversial setting in the all settings, in my opinion. Most people run like ultra, of course, but in my experience, when you run a lot MBT battles or like you're running as machine gunner or maybe even RPG, I would suggest setting this to low, maybe high. Don't go medium. I don't think the medium is like worth it. Because the effects still looks very nice at low setting, guys. And believe me or not, when there's a lot going on, for example, artillery strike, you will lose many of your FPS when you run like ultra or cinematic. So it's really preference, I would say. But for most of you, definitely running on low. Ocean quality, I tested both. The ocean does look nice with the high, but I prefer faster loading time, so I'm running on low. Again, I won't show you compression on this, but if you want, you can play with that setting if you like the ocean, guys. Next setting is the wake simulation. I did not test that by myself, and with the normal game, already you see some waves, so I think this might just add extra light, guys. Post processing, again, it has to do with the shadow, not the shadow, sorry, the light intensity, guys. I think it's really preference. It does not impact your loading time a lot. It can maybe tiny bit, so it doesn't really matter. Again, the setting is preference. For most of you, I also run low. There's not much difference, by the way, so that's important to note. Lens flares, definitely run it on. If you can see on my screen right now, the very bright shadow from the sun is due to lens flares actually setting, because it brightens up the very bright shadows or like light, you know what I mean, guys. It's very cool to have. You lose 1/2 FPS, guys, so do not worry about that at all. The last setting, make sure you have motion blur on 0, of course, and sharpening is preference, but for most of you 0.5 work just fine. And yeah, I covered that really quick, so I'm not wasting your time, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Leave some comment, let me know what you think, and see you in the next one, guys.